then I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole court. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm too hardcore. Wait up, let me make a call right quick, I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zoc, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang-Chi. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harvey. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking notes. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole court. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm too hardcore. Yeah, I just got off the call, I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the cow, then would you speaking to me for? Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Came through with them steps, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole start. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that, I swear I'm too hardcore. And I just made it call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
Back row.
You'll never see another nigga like this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night shift. Now I'm one westward, sharper than an ice pick. On you rappers' necks, and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury. I got 2 chicks. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on the swerve in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in the swerve in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home and change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her. They don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on the face, but it's not concealing the pain. It's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Tahoe Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the ball like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Lighters in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. You can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know like. Gotta got my heart and my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart and my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life.
When Westworld, let's get it. Don't be sure, tell them make sure. If not, we gon' make more. Clips say it hold 20, but I think it could take more. Grab a stick, fire on your camp, we gon' make s'mores. I ain't satisfied with my spot, then I'ma take yours. No matter how many roadblocks in my way, I'ma break forward. This path I'm on is so damn narrow, I just stay forward. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, I just ate more. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, give me 8 more. Nigga, I don't sugarcoat shit, bitch, I'm straightforward. Don't give a fuck if they don't let me in, I just break doors. Ballin' so hard, they asking what team that I play for. Scammer who? They ain't stopped making guns when they made yours. Sick with it, feeling like I woke up with stage 4. They ain't want the piece loose, what they opened up the cage for. Endure the pain, been through hard times is what I'm made for. Pay my dues, never left a wage, I just rage war. So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Still against all enemies. In high school, you was the man that's lost memory shit. Lost energy, never lost my energy. Never lose control, never losing. Dog, I plan to keep you. Lose your mind where I'm from. I ain't talking from what you see. I never lost soul. Losing time, wasting steady pacing. You off track, I'm on that. You pray to God, hoping he can save you. But the power about war, and that's a different angle. This another lost cause, and I'm just adding to the list. They not seeing me for that reason. Got a flash on the grip. Nigga, big priest. They gon' judge me by my increase. And I'ma keep stepping in these joys to the increase. Just got off the phone with Jacob, and he said it's time to shine. Certified, blue dot, put it on you, now you verified. One West world, bigger than World War III. Do not sleep, it's not cheap, and it's still top 3.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Came on boats and then chains, so when I get rich, I'ma grab a boat and 10 chains with 12 ribs from each tribe. And each rib gonna have at least 3 kids. Yeah, I'ma have the deep squad. Been rapping since knee high. Now a nigga shack size. Spit that holy fire, when you hear it, you get baptized. One Westworld, yeah, you niggas know the logo. And I'ma bust it down so the haters see the glow glow. Let's have a feast, let's shine on our enemies. Right in they face, let's blind all our enemies. Cause now we have, but we come from half not. Throw that cash on the ground, my nigga, let's cast lots. I started from the bottom, birthed out of mud, raised by gangsters, turned out a thug, I ain't give a fuck. Burnt out I was, from hitting licks in and out and selling nicks in the drop.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past don't be a story in my page.
All right, this is Rude in Speech, man. We got Captain Tywar in the building. Yeah. So, Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man, on Rude in Speech, man. I'll break it down right quick,
don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I finish, one West when I start. Big shine. Big glow, I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the winter, bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen like a lymph node. Talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got $1 million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck kicking down the door, we bout to demo the building. These fake cats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts. Very large caliber on very small cats. Compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka, equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beat, yeah, Ramak with a bin shot ya. The best rhymer, since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No informer, no sweat, not inside of my conglomerate. Wreck like King Kong. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm through our pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring karma. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect. Pay homage that I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West about put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designers charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, no Jada Pinkett. Both bald heads, my grain $150. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause the niggas getting fouled, shooting like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's UPK, not a part, but together. Homie, I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the brutal show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Bust the heat.
ODing on a beat, Narcan flow. We outside. We outside with it. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in the store, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. That Glock loaded extra mag and it's outside. There's one West for that bag and we outside. We outside. I got the world in the palm of my hand. One West sleeve stretched, do it live on the gram. Had a whole world viewing. Click and subscribe. Had them niggas off the block, tell them shooters they want a job. I just put them on the payroll. When I get control them, I just mold them like they Play-Doh. Soldiers giving Halo, trying to get up at them pesos. 40 cows send you out of space, Jeff Bezos. And Jeff Bezos, leave you all boxed up. All cause my delivery, I be on that prime shit. Take you time to get with me. Got me like Vladimir, treat you like the Ukraine. Raise your little city, now you boating like Usain. Scope costs more than the rifle. I got new aim, fresh kick, spit with the blick. Not my shoe game. Used to have a dirty 30 tied to a shoestring. Now I got the Ruger 5 and 7. That's my boot thing. That temperature's getting hot. We take it outside. You run your mouth up in the store. We take it outside. I got my killers with me. You won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mess and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one West for that bag and we outside. We outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in the store, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mess and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one West for that bag and we outside. We outside. I don't talk hardly, be there when you call me. Send them Philly clippers at your head like a baldy. Chopper get to run down your block like a Harley. No, this ain't a big hog, this the big dog.
In your city, swinging through the jungle like it's pitfall. In the water wading, marching to my cadence. Big burst of thunder in my hands like I'm reading. Shitty Mortal Kombat sounds, but I ain't playing.
Look them in the eye before the war like a weigh-in. I'm up in the AM, politicking movements with that Draco from the vid because it's proven. Waiting on my brother how to bid, he ain't do shit. That's how life go. Win some, you lose. Seen a little nigga beat a big nigga out his shoes. Seen that nigga come back, pull up with a gun strap, rob everybody outside, told him run that. We outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this car, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. Before the COVID had the mess and we was outside. My Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. It's one West for that bag and we outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this car, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. We outside, and we outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. We outside, yeah, we outside. It's one.
Okay. Hey, let's get it on.
Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barak Thumb.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barak Thumb. Clap it up, Akim. The water. Man, let's get it on, Akim. Yeah, listen, it's good to see you. Like, it's good to see you every class, man. Salakia headquarters, I couldn't get down to class tonight. I'm still a little under the weather from going to Birmingham and getting that Birmingham flu. But I'm well enough to come in here online and do this class remotely without getting the brothers and sisters sick. So I just wanted to do the class tonight and get it on tonight. We're going to go into the difference between the true Israelites and the Palestinians. We're also going to go into the Passover. Commanding General Yohana has decided the city for this year's Passover. Which number Passover is this, Asher?
Yes, sir. Can you please repeat that?
What number Passover? What year? 55?
I think this is 55.
Yeah, man. Commanding General Yohana has decided the city that will host the 55th annual Passover. Clap it up. We'll announce that city tonight towards the end of class. Of course, before that, I will answer all of your questions, solve all of your problems, and reveal the mystery of life to the ignorant. Whenever you're ready, Asher, I'm up.
Can we have questions in the room, sir? Make sure you get a mic, right?
Go headquarters. Well, hold up. Before I do that, let me get me Espanol together and tell us who we have in the class tonight. Windsor, Canada. Give Windsor, Canada a hand out.
Right.
Who else do we have? Atlanta Brave. Give the Brave out of Atlanta a hand up. We also have South Carolina. Give South Carolina a hand, Warrior.
That's right.
And we have Jerusalem headquarters. Give them a hand as usual.
Okay.
Okay, Asher, 1 second. Let me get me Espanol.
Come on, sir.
You had something you wanted to say.
Council, don't forget August. So like October 26th is going down in California.
Ooh, wee.
Look out from
forgot. Go ahead, Asher. Break it down.
The 29th is gonna be heavy in California, and they're gonna be in California. Have camp on Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, Asher, you're so correct.
Right there in Cali.
You are so correct, Asher. Damn right. UPK West Coast. We're coming out there in a couple of weeks, but we'll be out there with Captain Godalhar, Captain Cuomo, all on Hollywood Boulevard, out in the sunshine and palm trees. We'll be out there, man, championing the cause of the Most High in Christ under Commanding General Yohana in the West Coast. We'll be there in a few weeks. Uno momento, mi gente. Pasa ti, mi gente. Uno momento. Mi nombre es General Mahayaman, soy tú, hermano, y estos son los anuncios. Somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos universal. Un momento. Somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos en 1 Oeste Calle 125, Harlem, Nueva York, desde 1969, bajo del comando de el general Yohana Carneles. Esta es la verdad. Si tú eres latino, negro o indio nativo, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido Dios. Tu madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto y mantienen su iglesia sin culpa. Tu iglesia es culpable de todo. El hombre blanco es diablo.
That's right. La amenaza es ya.
Sí, say that again, Asher.
La amenaza es ya.
La amenaza, what does that mean?
That the oppressor is the devil in Creole.
Well said. Bien dicho. Well said. Go ahead, Warrior. All right, let's go.
Brother.
Slacky, I wanted, if I may, I just want to know, I'm keeping everything in general, but I notice when when I'm going into the store, when I'm going to buy certain groceries, so on and so forth, I see a lot of our people, talking down to the children, talking down them harsh, online, so on and so forth, even using vulgar language. So how, by me sitting two steps back and looking at it, and I'm a priest of the ISUPK. Do you allow us to address it, or we just keep it moving? But it is a sad state when we see when we see our people talking down on their children, and not showing no love. Really, I'm talking about vulgar, very vulgar language. Lakia, sir. Yeah. Even though I grew up like that, and I saw it, but it's different when you're in the truth.
Yeah, man. When you were young as a child, is that the kind of language that you heard around your home?
Kawakan.
So it's very similar to what you were used to.
Kawakan, but now I'm in the truth.
Now you're in the truth.
I see, I see things totally different.
Yeah, man.
Because we normalize that behavior. We normalize it.
Well, let me tell you, okay, so I believe you're asking, if you see that in the public, can you say something to the parent? Can you say, well, sister or brother, you really shouldn't talk like that to your child? That's what you mean, correct?
Yeah, even though, I don't want to, I don't want to think, because people take that as an offense. People take that as an offense. But
and of course the Bible says a word spoken out of season will not be heard. Are you familiar with that? Yeah, that's in the Bible. Someone get that for the brother. Okay, first of all, your question is sincere and your desire is sincere. What you want to do is you want to care for that child. You understand that that child is in distress, and you're being trained to be a hero in this school. And you, when you see that child, you know that child needs your help. So you want to intervene. You want to say something to the child. When you hear a child out in public, excuse me, you hear a child, some mother saying, F you, nigger. F you. Get over here. Some brother called me this week up, and he told me that his mother, whenever, let's say he asked her for something, he says, Mom, can I go to the store? Mom, can you hand me a piece of bread? His mom will say, get it yourself. Fuck your father. Now, I use vulgar language so that the class could understand how terrible that is to say to a child. That happened this week. And the young brother called the school. And he said it happens all the time. He says she thinks it's like a joke. And the young man said he went to his mom and said, well, Mom, why do you say that to me? Why, if I ask you for something, will you say, get it yourself, fuck your father? Oh, go fuck your father. You don't have a father. And the woman laughed like it was nothing. Like he was making a big deal over something that meant nothing. Okay? That woman, that young man, his mother won't hear him. And here's the sad case. In most cases, they will not hear you either. They won't hear the child. If the child says, Mom, you're hurting me. Mom, that hurts my feelings when you say your father ain't shit. You ain't never gonna do nothing. You look just like your father. I hate you. I hate your face because you look like your father. You dumb nigger. You dumb nigger. When the child says to the mother, to the father, that hurts me, the mother will be offended at the child. The mother will think that the child is wrong. Why? Because that is how her mother spoke to her. Do you understand?
Khan. Yeah, Khan.
What your mother said to you, she got that from her mom. You understand?
Khan.
Now, I'm speaking in general. And let me tell you something else. Let me give you where it comes from. Then I'll tell you what you should do when it happens in front of you. Let me tell you what people are doing and what parents are doing. And I know this because now you're an officer. What's your rank?
500, sir.
You're an officer of 500. There are men from troopers and officers of 50 who call you sir, do they not?
Khan.
And you're a father figure to them, are you not?
Khan.
Well, remember how your family spoke to you when you're dealing with those young men under you. Remember that, because you know what your family did? The same thing that all of our families have done. They're chastising you because they need to do it, not because the child needs it. Now listen to me very carefully. They're saying words to you that they need to say, but it's not because the child needs to hear it. And when you are dealing with men under you, when you are chastising men, never chastise them because you need to yell at somebody. You need to vent your frustration about being poor, about being alone, about being sexually frustrated in most of your mother's cases. They're sexually frustrated. And because of that, they're going to say, you dumb nigga, I hate your face. I hate your father. You look like your father. Never chastise someone because you need to yell at someone. Only chastise someone when they need it. Now, who can explain that to me? Who can break it down for me? I'll be highly impressed. Any sister?
Salakia, sir, can you repeat that question again, please, sir?
1 second. All of us in the hold on 1 second. Help me out with this noise right here. All of us in the UPK, once you become an officer, you're a father figure now. And you're in a position to chastise men, to chastise women. And I want you to remember the things you heard around your home, the things that hurt you, the things that ruin your self-esteem. And what I'm trying to tell you is this: never chastise someone because you need to. Chastise them because they need you to. Now explain it to me. Let me give someone else a chance too. Anyone else want to give it a shot? Let me get that young brother right there with his hand up.
If I may, I have the scripture regarding the season, the word in the season.
Okay, go ahead and read that first. Go ahead.
2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine.
That's a good one, but not the one on topic. Okay, a word spoken out of season will not be heard is the one I'm asking for. Who else wants to answer my question? Never chastise someone because you need to. Chastise them because they need you to. Officer, now you can give it a shot.
It's a Salakia, sir. What you're saying is so heavy because I make sure, even though, you know what I'm saying, certain situations happen in my life and I have a bad day, when I'm talking to a brother, that bad day do not have anything to do with what he's doing. So I make sure I don't chastise him out of that way, out of hatred because the mistakes that I done.
Meaning the real reason you're yelling at him is because you had a long day at work. It's because your shoes hurt. You've been standing up on your feet all day at camp. So now your feet hurt. So now you yell at this brother because your feet hurt. You yell at this brother because your wife is getting on your damn nerves at home. Your wife is vexing you. So now when you see this brother, you're able to yell at him because it gets frustration off your chest because he can't do anything about it because he's under you. He's your child. So he has to just take it. So now if I'm having a bad day, if I'm lonely, if my wife is getting on my nerves, if I'm mad about money problems, there's some trooper, some officer I can yell at. Never do that. Only yell at him because he needs you to. Now give me a situation where the brother needs you to yell at him. It's right. Come on. Atlanta, go ahead.
So, like I said, can you hear me good?
Go ahead.
Sir. I mean, if I could, instead of being a bully, you can chastise that brother. Say if we're at camp and a situation happens, but the brother leaves his post when he's not supposed to, and he ends up leaving the camp unguarded, sir.
And now you're yelling at him because your wife got on your nerves on a phone call. Is that why you're yelling at him?
Sir. I'm yelling at him
because your feet hurt. Because your
boots sir, not at all.
Tight. Are you yelling at him because you got money problems and you're thinking about your bills? Huh?
That's irrelevant, sir.
Now you're yelling at him because he needs this chastisement to correct his behavior. That is what an officer is commissioned to do. You're not allowed to get your frustration off on young brothers and sisters in the school. Let the sister raise her hand. What do you want to say, sister? Go ahead.
I think I think your parents leave you in debt. That's how they get back at you.
Yeah, give her a hand. You going right into what the solution is. So now that you know what you're not supposed to do, what do you do when you see a child being spoken to by a parent who's cruel with his words or her words? You remember that this parent is doing this for what reason? Why is that parent speaking to that child like this? Brother, go ahead and answer.
Because she learned it from her parents.
And what is the reason that she's doing it? Because she learned it. But what's the reason she's yelling in that moment?
Because she getting out her frustration.
Yes.
Towards the kid.
Over something that has nothing to do with anything about the child. So in most cases, when you go to her and you say, sister, that's not a good idea, what will she do?
Well, majority of the time, she probably say, what are you talking about?
She's going to yell at you. She's going to yell at you. Why?
Because she think she looking at you as You know what I'm saying? The way that she
Stay on topic. She's now going to yell at you. Is she yelling at you because what you're saying is wrong? Is that why she's yelling at you?
No,
So then why is she going to focus in? Why is she going to yell at you?
Because she's getting out her frustration on you now.
Give him a hand. That's all you got to understand. That's what's going to happen. So if you go to her and you say something to her, now she's going to get her frustration out on you. So in 9 times out of 10 cases, you can't say anything because all she wants is a reason to vent her frustration over not having a boyfriend, being alone, being poor, or her girdle being too tight. So she's going to just vent on you. But I do have a solution for you. You want me to tell you the solution?
Khan.
They spoke to you evil when you were a child as well, right?
Khan.
Where are you now?
I'm in I'm in the Israelite school at Universal School Practical Knowledge now.
So then, even though your mother or a parental figure belittled you, hurt your feelings, it did not stop you from finding God. And here we are today. So even though you feel sorry for that child, let me give you the truth of most children. Most of those children who have evil parents will end up in your care anyway.
Right.
You understand?
Khan.
They're going to end up in your care. They're going to be in your class, and you are still going to be their father. So just be patient, because those abused children are the brothers and sisters who are coming into this school for us to fix the problems that their mothers created. You understand?
Khan. Throughout the other one.
No sweat up. Next.
Anyone else have a question? No? Okay.
If I may, Adawan, I have a question in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. Let me grab it real quick. In Matthew 24, verse 38, it says, I'll take it from verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. Being that marrying and being giving into marriage is not unlawful, but in this verse, it seems like it's giving it negative a negative sense. Is it saying like they were just like having unlawful sex? They just out here having sex, and we cannot teach it in that manner?
That's not what it's talking about. It's not unlawful. They were married. Read the rest of what they were doing.
Go on, sir. And you not that's it, sir. It says they were eating and drinking.
They had businesses. They had farms. They had businesses to attend to. Some of them had a field, and they had to go buy it or sell it.
It's probably in the account of Luke, because there's different account of this.
Just get the other account.
Come on, sir. So Luke 17, sir, was the verse?
Check it out.
31 to water. 27. Luke 17 and 27, sir. The book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 27. They did eat, they drank, they married wives. They were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came.
And you know what? I'm referring to the one when he bid them to the supper and they made excuses. This is a precept for what you're reading right now. It's the exact same thing. When they bid them to the supper, then he sent them out into the highways and byways and bid the cripple and the maimed to his supper. This is a precept for the one you pulled, all right?
Cut out one card.
Find that one and then I'll break it down for you.
Is it Luke 14 and 12?
Let me hear it.
But when thou makest a feast, call the poor, the maimed, the lame, the blind.
No, because before that, when the people didn't want to come to the supper.
Come on, sir. Verse 7, sir, and he put forth a parable to those which were bidden.
There you go.
Mark how they chose out their chief rooms, saying unto them, when thou art bidden of any man to a wedding, sit not down in the highest room, lest a more honorable man than thou be bidden.
You still don't have it out. Let me just give you the parable. It's when Christ gave the parable of them that were bidden to the supper by the servant of the governor, but they didn't want to come because they were too busy. Someone else can find it for you. They were too busy. Some of them said, I have a field and I have to go tend to it. Some of them said that I have to handle this business and handle that business. And I'm sorry?
14:18, sir.
Luke, go ahead and read it.
Read that read that
the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 18. And they all with one consent began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it.
Exactly.
I pray thee, have me excuse. Verse 19. And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee, have me excuse.
Keep going.
Another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come.
So you see these? I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. They are making excuses. What did they do in the time of Noah, brother? They put their families before the work of God. That's what they did. Noah was out building that ark. Noah was out preparing for the coming destruction that God had showed him. What were the other people doing? Taking care of their families. That's what they were doing. Marrying, giving in marriage. Christ, in the parable, the other excuse is that Christ came for the exact same situation, because then Christ sent his disciples out on the street to prepare salvation for the delivered of God. Help me out with this. To prepare salvation for the delivered of God. And what did the people do? The people made excuses. What were those excuses? Their families, their marriages, their businesses. And that cost them their life. And you're going to see it happen right now, because right now, we're living in the last days, brother. And the brothers in the Israelite school of UPK, you are going out on the street and you are building an ark to save the lives of the people who get in it. The people that get in this boat are going to survive. The rest die. And you're out there doing it. But the other people who see you every day, you know what they're doing? They're taking care of their families, making sure their families are good, making sure their kids are good, making sure that their life is good. No problem, Mark. You're free to do it. You're free to do it until the rain starts. And you turn the news on, brother, over there in Palestine, war in the Middle East. The rain has started. The rain has begun. Now, you can go ahead and focus on your woman and your kids and your business if you want. No problem. Somebody has to survive. So I better focus on the kingdom of heaven. Anything else? You get it, Levi? The problem with what they were doing is that they were prioritizing their everyday life over the mission of God to save their lives. And in doing so, not only they died, but their families died too. You understand? You're not going to save your family because you leave the UPK and now focus on just you and your kids. You're going to be the reason that your family dies. Noah built an ark for 80 years and his children lived. His wife lived. He saved his family by focusing on the word of God and giving God no excuses. That's how he saved his family. You understand?
Sir.
Anything else?
Chicago has 2 questions, sir.
Chi-Town, you're up.
I'm good. Thank you, Jim. If I could, I have a question in Joel chapter 1, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Should I read it, sir?
Please.
The book of Joel, chapter 1, verse 14. Sanctify ye a fast. Call a solemn assembly. Gather the elders and all the inhabitants of the land into the house of the Lord your God, and cry unto the Lord.
What's your question?
Saying, prepare yourselves for the coming of Christ.
You gotta say, what's your question again?
Okay, the question is in 1 to 14, when it says, sanctify ye a fast and call a solemn assembly.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder, is that talking about our elders and made an ISUPK to get prepared for the Third World War, for the coming of Christ?
Okay, read a little bit above it so I can catch your context.
Joel chapter 1, verse 13.
I got a lag on here too.
Gird yourselves and leaven, ye priests, howl, ye ministers of the altar, come, like all night sackcloth.
Yeah.
Ye ministers of my God, for the meat offering and the drink offering is withholden from the house of your God.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Sanctify ye a fast, call a solemn assembly,
mm-hmm.
Gather the elders and all the inhabitants of the land into the house of the Lord your God.
Read. Keep reading.
And cry unto the Lord. Verse 15. Alas, for the day of the Lord is at hand.
Absolutely, yes. To your question, yes. That's exactly what it's about. All right. No sweat. Next.
Sir, I had a question too. If you could you just clarify what the chase roll and the sheep that no man taketh up is in Isaiah 13 and 14? I just want to know. I know it's a metaphor. I just want to make sure I'm clear on how to put this into the scripture if I wanted to, break it down.
Spell the word chase right there.
CHASED.
Okay, I got you. Then go ahead.
Isaiah 13, chapter 13, verse 14. And it shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up.
Okay, read a little bit above it. Read a little bit above it, please.
Yeah, I got it in my notes. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
You understand that?
Sir.
Meaning the Most High is saying that he will make a man more valuable than the most precious gold in the world. Right now, people think that money, that gold, silver, precious minerals are the most important thing to have. The Most High is prophesying a time when a man is going to mean more than money because you have a man. There's a quality of man that is more valuable than money, more valuable than riches. And the Most High is going to create that kind of man. Now, how will he create that man? Everyone, put your phones on mute, please. The computer's on mute. I can't hear. How will the Most High create that kind of man? By putting you through trouble, by putting you through afflictions, The same way that gold is refined in a fire. But once the gold comes out, it's pure, brother. You understand? So the Most High trains you through putting you through rough times, putting you through afflictions, because that purifies you. It makes you hard. You understand that term, right? All right, keep going.
Verse 13. Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the days of his fierce anger. Verse 14.
The Most High is going to attack the heavens. The Most High is going to make war among the leaders of this world, among the top, high, upper echelon of this world. That's why they're called heavens, because they're at the top. We all look up to them. And the Most High is going to make them go into war. Why? To bring them down to the ground. And in those days, there is going to be nothing more important than a man of God. Nothing more important than a priest and an officer in the Israelite school of UPK. Keep going.
Verse 14. And it shall be as the chase roe, and as sheep that no man taketh up.
And it shall be as the chased roe. A roe is a deer. That's what a roe is. But a chased roe is a roe that runs. She's fast. And because she's fast, you can't catch her. You can't kill her. And what is the sheep that no man takes up? If no man takes up the sheep, then what happens to the sheep?
No one to take care of it, sir?
Well, no. What happens? Why would you take up a sheep? Why would you pick it up? Just think.
So like it maybe because it's injured? No,
that ain't what happens to sheep. I'm about to take up about 50 sheep in April. I'm gonna take up 50 of them, and they're gonna be screaming. Ooh, listen, they're gonna be screaming. But I'm gonna pick them up. You ain't see LeBun out of Detroit picking them sheep up, huh? LeBun to take 2 sheep. LeBun out of Detroit take 2 sheep, put them on each shoulder. You know what I'm talking about, Windsor.
Yeah, right.
Right. You ain't see what's his name over there in the UK, Shamgar. You ain't see Shamgar take up a bull. Him and LeBun take up a bull. Well, the reason that you take up sheepok is to kill them, because that's the only way you can get them chops. You understand? That's the only way you can get. That's the only way you can get that thigh and that big old leg he walking around with. You want to put barbecue sauce on him, you got to pick him up and you got to kill him. But you will be like the chased roe, the roe that runs, so no one kills it. You'll be like the lamb that no one kills, that no one takes up. Do you understand now?
Wakan, sir.
Keep going.
The water, sir.
Good.
Wakan.
All right. Go ahead. Next.
Sir, I have a few questions from ISUPK Mexico, sir.
Yeah, Con, the water. Give ISUPK Mexico a hand. ISUPK Mexico. Yahweh en el nombre de Yahweh Shai. Se bendiga.
So the first question is from Office of 1,000 Ash Kawar from Southern California. He would like a breakdown on Jeremiah chapter 16 verses 14 through 16. Can our brother get it, Baba Gashan? Jeremiah 16 verses 14 through 16.
Go ahead.
Yes, Baba Gashan.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
I'll break it down for you. Think about in biblical time, brother, the greatest act of salvation that had ever happened in the history of the planet was when the Israelites were guided out of Egypt by the one true living God, their God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It was the most famous thing that had ever happened. Nothing like it had ever happened in the history of the planet. We're a nation of people, slaves, received freedom from a supernatural God. It was so famous. Because it was so famous, everyone talked about it. And the God of Israel became to be known as the God that brought the children of Israel out of Egypt, because it was his most glorious act. But the Most High God is saying a time is coming where the Most High will not be known for bringing the Israelites out of Egypt, but he will be known for bringing the children of Israel out of the land of the north. What is the land of the north? North America. North America, otherwise known in the Bible as what? The lake of fire. That's what the lake of fire is in the book of Revelations, brother. That's the lake of fire, North America. And when the Lord delivers the Israelites from the most powerful empire that has ever existed, Egypt pales in comparison to America, pales in comparison to Canada, pales in comparison to Great Britain. When the Most High gets the children of Israel away from this oppressor, people won't even think about what he did in Egypt, because his work in North America will supersede it. Do you understand? That's your breakdown. Next.
Shalom, General.
North Carolina hand.
That's it.
North Carolina, I wanted to see if you wanted to come in tonight when we get into the topic and go into the things you saw in that book.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the name of that book again?
It's the Lucifer effect. Hold on, I'm gonna get it right now.
The Lucifer Effect. There was a heavy book that the captain over North Carolina brought to me out concerning the Palestinians and the so-called Israelis, and what the Israelis' plot is for those Palestinians, and how they push the Palestinians into rebellion because they know that they will rebel because they have ulterior motives. And Captain Nayathak will get to go into that in a second once we get into the topic. All right?
Come on.
Okay, next.
Concert. We think we still got another verse left.
Con. And from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I give.
From all the lands, not just from North America, but from all the lands where he has driven us. When he brings the children of Israel out of Mexico, when he brings the children of Israel out of Haiti, when he brings them out of Guatemala, when he brings them out of El Salvador, when he brings them out of Great Britain, when he brings them out of Canada. Oh, you're going to forget about him bringing us out of Egypt, because it's going to pale in comparison. The deed is going to be so magnificent that he'll be famous for that next. You understand?
Sir. One more verse, sir.
Okay.
Verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after,
if I could pause it once, slow it down. Yeah, meaning, and to facilitate this glorious action, to facilitate this glorious day, the Most High has to send for many fishers. And that's the time we're in right now. We're in the time where the Most High has commissioned Commanding General Yohana to commission you to go out and to fish men, because we are fishermen. That's what we're doing. That's why we're on this internet and why we travel all around the globe, because we are fishing people into the school, because we want that great day of salvation that's coming, not just to North America, but to every land that we've been driven. The Most High said, I will send for many fishermen. Keep going.
saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters.
Ooh, but afterwards, when the fishing is over, when there's no more fishing, then the Most High will send for hunters, and hunters unalive people. That's what hunters do. So right now we're in the time of fishermen, and the Most High is sending us to fish. He's sending angels to assist us in fishing people into the school. But in the day of the Lord, he's going to send men to hunt. And they will do what hunters do, young man. And the angels will assist them. You understand? Anything else?
And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
Yeah, because that's where our oppressor is planning on hiding. Right now, I can guarantee that war in Palestine has prompted many people to build bomb shelters under the ground of their vast plots of land that they have out in Idaho and Colorado and Arizona. You got bunkers all over this city, all over this country, bunkers everywhere, bunkers in Colorado and Cheyenne Mountain. And now you have SpaceX and that cat from Twitter now sending rich people to space. So rich people can hide in outer space. They're going to hide in the rocks. They're going to hide in the cliffs. They're going to hide in the stars. But the hunters are coming to get them, no matter where they hide. I pray you understand. Next.
That's it, sir.
Lag at all. Go ahead. Say again. Hey, Asher, how's my lag? I can restart it to fix my lag. Is my lag bad?
I wasn't really even noticing. Salakia, sir.
Let me know, Akim, if my lag is too bad because I can try to restart it. But you gotta tell me, all right?
So I'm gonna check the YouTube right now.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so second question from ISUPK Mexico, sir. If you can break down Revelations chapter 20, verses 7 through 10.
Go ahead.
You get the bogus shot. Revelations chapter 20, verses 7 through 10.
Mm-hmm. And read.
Revelations.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot one more announcement. I believe Commanding General Yohana, let me know, Cross the Line. I believe Commanding General Yohana is being interviewed by Cross the Line directly after this class. I believe that's correct. Someone can confirm, all right? Make sure you stand by for Commanding General Yohana.
Concert.
Yeah, I'm getting text messages out saying my lag is too bad.
Yeah, I noticed it as well.
For 1 second and try to restart it, all right?
Concert.
Hear me out?
Come on here, sir.
Oh, okay, sir.
I'm going to restart it. Stand by.
Come on, sir.
Outside with it.
You know the fuck going on, man. Punk ass buster. Call me Lisa too Jeezy. I make that shit look easy. How bitches come and they greet me, they teach me. Bitches ain't shit and they never will be. I still see hoes on my nuts, but they can't feel me. But really though, I'm in beast mode with the flow. And it's 10 in the morning, I get up and this you know that I look into the mirror through my eyes. I see my soul. I see a true ass priest, Prince of Israel. Yes, bro. I be freshen up, wash up, a true nigga. Throw on my goal, it should go, you know me, come. Slip out the door with my 4th dimension cologne. Shout out TLC, Israel, you know what we on. Then I call up, cut this up. Wasn't much, just refresh with some young stars. Make some noise with this music, with some lost tribes. Yeah, nigga, yeah. Now I know that times may change, but bitch, I'm still the same. Yeah, and I know this a crazy ass game. They really ain't a thing. And they know that gun gon' bang. Ain't tryna die today. Whoa, and they know what we all gon' say. Bitch on UPK. Hey, bitch on UPK. Hey. I can't even think about you right now. Yeah, I'm chillin' with the homies and you know how I put down. I'm cool and I'm just sippin' while fucking with these little bitches. Ice up on my neck, got these hoes so consistent. It's so relentless that I just come back with stats in my backpack. I gotta make a track. Man, fuck what they talking about, that bitch is a net. Now I don't smoke no crap, but show a nigga from the back. I just on the block, now these bitches won't come out. Me and Cud chillin', got Modelo's in the south. Niggas be muggin', but I name it in their mouth. Cause they know how Prince Shaw Bomb put it down. Down did it down. Hot in my coupe cruising around town. AR in the back on the ground. Glizzy on the mount. Bitches want water like I'm a fountain. They follow to the house. Well, shit, this ain't even my house. But, top ass bitches, they wanna lounge. Want me dog it out like a hound. But look what I found. When you're up, they all wanna come around. But when you're down, they just kick you on the ground. Lame ass nigga, he that bitch master. Lame ass buster, you fucking cracker. Judas ass boy, you backstabber. Yeah.
Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. One beat with feet. Taking over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. Every dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. And don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm wrapped out, tell them watch your mouth. You know we gon' bend your block. I'ma walk in time bomb. I go viral. You niggas like TikTok, yeah. This ain't what you want. Tell them throw in the towel. We make niggas hit the clock and when I toe fire, rain brimstone. They gon' think that you live a lie. We ain't got no picks. We want it all. We gon' make you pick a spot. We knocking on the door, so let us in. Or you know we gon' pick the locks. We in the field for real. Every day while y'all just say watch. We making it. These are foot stores. We don't know nothing about the op. It's it. One try when I rock out. I'm like David when I sling shots. I'm putting attachments on everything. Y'all want me to connect the dot. This drum got 50 unreleased hits. You don't want to be the next to drop. I put them in a box and make that shit double wood. You don't want to be the next to fly. Yeah. Niggas feeling themselves. Get a shovel, tell them dig the plot. Can't fit you and your man's in it, just tell him get a bigger box. Cause I'll put you in one and knock you out one. Call him my nigga knock. I'll put your song on, cut it on mute, and then tell you that shit was hot. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. One beat with feet. Taking over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. Every dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. Big soldier, nigga. I come in the name of the boss. So my niggas that is wartime. Already wait the coast. They point shoot bitch. Red Dead Redemption. Got them niggas scared to whisper. Is you with us or against us? Can't stop to the zone loud. I don't think you get the picture. It come from my head, I'm giving them lead. The preacher give them a scripture. Flow cold style vicious. Niggas sweeter than the missus. Got soldiers posted. I put them on your roof. Merry Christmas. Bring hither and slay him. Got the Glock, got the book of loot. Keep it stick like Dumbledore. Play dumb, I'ma let it loose. Call my gun harmony. Call my main bitch Betty Boop. He the truth, I'ma need the proof. Got stripes like Beaver Troops. Hit his ass like a Louisville. Hit him low, then I hit him high. Bring him home to the umpire. Give him bars like Wi-Fi. Turn the booth to a bonfire. Little bitch, I'm a live wire. I ride like a car tire. It's on mine when I ride by. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. One beat with feet. Taking over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. Every dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is.
I heard they coming for blood, I'ma be coming for more. Give me the floor, they better come with a mop. I'ma be making it pour. Nigga, I'm raw, fly with the hammer like Thor. Found on my ops in the morgue, tell them I'm four. I'ma be bombing these lanes, understand how and war. I've been the lead, time to get back in the street, time to get back on my feet. Had time to read, check out we came from the east. Wait till my dogs are released, heard they was sleep. So we gon' wake them up, put them up in the sky, the Lord gon' take them up. I take on anybody, think he brave enough. I've been the same and I ain't never changing up. I'm in my zone, hit on my cellular phone, tell me whatever he on. I check that scouter, he on them perks and that powder. Homie ain't really that strong, I'm like better yet, Benny King, I keep a lion head on my pinky ring. I keep a shield. Boy, you see everything. G43, Symphony, let it sing.
40 for the rebel, busy man shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga.
Okay, when Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Between the eye like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, it's an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is in fact a If revenge was a woman, now I stole that bitch like Jack. So Tower War, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young guy. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold nigga? When he saying something, I ain't here. This shit like it ain't all who got the gun, it's all who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody won't be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Don't let them take you out your spirit, gotta stay focused.
How we looking, Warrior?
Much better, sir.
All right, clap it up. Let's get it on. All right, Lord allow, we got it worked out. All right.
So can someone read Revelations chapter 20, verses 7 to 10? Revelations 20, verses 7 to 10.
Revelations 20 and verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Verse 8.
He wants me to break this down, right?
Yes, sir.
The 1,000 years is speaking about the Dark Ages. During that time, Black and Hispanic men ruled the power seats of Europe, the Vatican, men like Saint Maurice. They ruled all over Great Britain, all over France, all over Denmark. Keep going.
Verse 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth.
But after the 1,000 years was over, our oppressor was free to continue his campaign of white supremacy that now rules the planet Earth. And so now, from the time of the Renaissance, which is how our oppressor marks the end of the Dark Ages, which is when he was reborn, which is what the term Renaissance means, rebirth. From that time on, he's been free to spread the lie of white supremacy. Now here you are, a Black man, a Black or a Latino man, you can't even imagine your people being in power. You can't even imagine your people were the inventors, were the scientists, were the rulers of the Dark Ages, let alone the scientists that invented most things in your room right now today. You can't even imagine that because of white supremacy, because the lies of our oppressor make you think that you never accomplished anything as a people and that all society and civilization was created by him. That is what they were free to do at the end of the Dark Ages during the time of the Renaissance up until this very day. Continue.
Gog and Magog.
Gog and Magog. Gog is speaking about Russia. Russia is Gog. Magog means of Russia. So Russia and its allies are what Gog and Magog is. Russia and the allies of Russia. Continue.
To gather them together to battle.
Ooh-wee, to gather them together. That's happening right now. Right now in Palestine, the Israelis are the allies of who? Of America, of Great Britain. And the Palestinians are the allies of who? What's that country?
Saudi Arabia?
Iran. Iran. Saudi Arabia is an ally with America. But Iran is an ally with Palestine. And who is an ally of Iran? Russia. Russia is an ally of Iran. Do you understand? So the Palestinians are Magog. They're Magog because they're with Russia. Continue.
The number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
Oh, but it's so many of them, meaning every country is coming into that Middle East to fight. That's why it's called a world war. Because the number of them is as the sand of the sea. Every country will choose a side. China will come in as what? China will come in Magog. China will be on the side of Russia. Japan will come in. Japan will come in against Russia on the side of America. Every country will come into the valley of decision and be pleaded with by the Most High God. They'll all make a decision. They'll all come into that area and they will all lose that war. Continue.
Verse 9. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about.
The breadth of the earth is like the width, like how wide it is. They went up and just covered the whole earth and compassed the saints of God. Continue.
And the beloved city.
What's the beloved city? The beloved city is Jerusalem. So they compassed the saints of God, which are you, scattered throughout the planet Earth. And at the same time, they compass our city. That's happening right now. Here you are, you're in Mexico, in Haiti, in Chicago, and you are surrounded and occupied by another nation, being controlled by them, being enslaved by them. At the same time, they have your city, and they're compassing your city on the other side of the globe. That's happening right now. Right now. Continue.
And fire came down from God out of heaven.
Let me tell you, this is biblical prophecy for the last day, for when finally, when salvation comes, for them that have been afflicted upon this earth, for your grandmother who waited so long for this, for your grandfather who pled for this at their beds every night. Now it's time for the great by and by. That's what the Judites used to call it, now you thought. The great by and by. It's coming. By and by. That's what the old Judites used to call it, brother. They waited on this day. The slaves come. The slaves said, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Your grandparents sung about this day because they knew that it was the only way that we would ever get from under the boot, the wicked, brutal treatment of our oppressor. Jesus Christ had to come back. And if he didn't come back, we would never get a rest from our worries. Never. And so the slaves sung about the great by and by. That one day it would come. By and by means like eventually. This thing is going to happen by and by. By and by, it's going to happen. There's an old slave term called from can't see to can't see. That's another old slave term. When they would say, Massa worked me from can't see to can't see. You know what that is, right, Thought?
Cancer. Sun up to sundown.
Yeah, from you're going to be working from when you can't see in the morning because the sun is not up, and you're going to continue to work until when you can't see at night, when the sun is down. Massa worked me from can't see to can't see. These slaves sung about these days. And you're getting to see them. You're getting to see war in the Middle East. You're
That's
getting
right.
to see countries and nations spilling into the valley of decision. All of it is for your salvation. And that's what this scripture is about. Continue.
Verse 10. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone.
Yeah, the deceiver, Diablo, the devil that deceived us. He is going to be thrown into that what?
Into the lake of fire and brimstone.
Into that great lake of all of those planes, all of those satellites and manned aircraft and drones. All of it comes tumbling down from the sky and falls to the earth in the lake of fire, prepared for Satan and his servants, prepared for the devil and his servants. Continue.
Where the beast and the false prophet are.
You know where the beast is. The beast is speaking about who? Our oppressor. He's the beast. He's going into the lake of fire. His military is going into the lake of fire. That's what it was speaking about in the previous sentences. And you know who the false prophet is. The false prophet are the Black and Latino preachers that fought for the cause of our beast. The Black and Latino religious leaders and politicians that fought for our oppressor, that fought for that beast. They're all going into the lake of fire together. What verse are we in?
Verse 10, sir.
Go ahead.
And shall be tormented day and night forever and ever.
Yeah, you're going to see by and by, we will be equal with white people one day. I mean, with oppressors one day. By and by. You see, right now, we're not equal with oppressors. Why? Because we've been in hell and they've been in heaven. Because we've been in slavery and they've been our masters. But by and by, we will be equals. We'll both know what it's like to starve. We'll both know what it's like to hear the sound of a crying baby whose cries can only be satisfied with what you cannot provide her. They'll know what it feels like. They'll know what it is to live in a tent under a bridge. They'll know what it's like to beg the very man that is hurting you for food to help you. You see, we're not equal yet. But in this day, we will be equal one day. By and by. By and by. Continue. Is that it?
That was verse 10, sir.
Next.
Counselor, I have a question to stay on Revelations. Can we go back to Revelations 13 and 14?
We cannot, but am I getting enough of the questions from the people online?
Yeah, the two Mexico questions was from online, sir.
Okay. No sweat. What's next?
Revelations 13 and 4. I just want to break down on this specifically. What is the difference between the dragon and the beast? It says, Revelation.
I'll give it to you now for time's sake. The dragon is speaking about his military might. The beast is speaking about his ability to lie. He's an animal. So his ability to lie, he's an animal that oppresses the people. So you want to think about his beast like the different aspects of his personality. The beast is his ability to oppress, to be a politician, to be a cruel master. That's why he's a beast, because he devours us. He takes our name, our culture, our language, and destroys us because he's a beast. Because beasts eat the sheep. We're the lost sheep of Israel, and he's the beast that devours us. The dragon is speaking about his ability to fly in the sky and to rain fire down on the earth. That's his military might. Both of them are going to be destroyed in the lake of fire. The politicians, go ahead. You say something?
Concept. So if I may, so it's when it says, and they worship the dragon, which gave power onto the beast.
Yeah.
So the military might, which is the dragon, gave power to the beast, which is, you said, to the ability to lie.
Oh yeah. You want me to break it down for you?
Please.
Let me tell you something that they never tell you about white people, about oppressors, which is the key to their entire system. So many people think that America survives and Great Britain and Canada survives because of their skill and ingenuity, because of the computers, because of their industry. America, Great Britain, and all of the Western powers are built on fear. Fear. And that's the difference between us and the Palestinians. The Palestinians, their grandparents weren't slaves. The Palestinians are free people. They're free. They were never slaves. They never picked cotton. They never cut sugar cane. They never were slaves, ever. They went from the Ottoman, they went from Muhammad, who ruled that part of the earth, to the Ottoman Empire that ruled northern Italy, that ruled Sicily. The Ottoman Empire, a Muslim empire that ruled the entire region, all the way up to goddamn northern Italy and Sicily itself. Ruled southern Italy. They were never slaves. In 1948, then the British Empire began to bring so many European refugees from Germany, from Russia, who were being oppressed by the Cossacks in Russia and being oppressed by the Nazis, being oppressed by the Nazis in Germany. And those refugees fled out of Europe and went in and took over the land that was occupied by Arabs. And then the British Empire gave them more and more land, the more and more that refugees from Europe came to Palestine. And then they grew so mighty that they set up a Jewish state in 1948. And then the Palestinians were subjugated over to little coastal regions. And they were there doing what? They were there being oppressed and being angry like free men get. Free men get mad. Free men get angry. And every year, they have a war about every 3 or 4 years. Every 3 and 4 years, they have an uprising and they have a war over there. Except this one is the biggest one. This one is the biggest one because it's towards the end. But they constantly commit acts of terrorism all through the 80s, all through the 60s, all through the 70s. Why? Because they're free. They haven't been beaten to death so that they don't fight anymore. They haven't been beaten so much that all they want to do is dance. That's the key to American oppression, military might. We're afraid to do anything but dance. We're scared. You know why? Because Toussaint Overture wasn't scared, was he, Levi? He wasn't scared, was he? Huh?
Go on, sir. I'll go with Dessalines, sir.
Say again?
Dessalines, sir.
Dessalines, break that down. What does that mean?
Dessalines is the actual leader that led us out of slavery. Toussaint Louverture was a general, but the French gave him that power.
So what? Dessalines was the actual leader that led the revolution.
Come on, sir.
All right, what happened to them?
Oh, they fought. They fought the French of the island.
Oh, it was the ones that won.
Come on, sir. November.
Okay, I'm talking about that last one.
Toussaint Louverture, he was taken captive because the French accused him of treason because he was a general. So they accused him of treason, take them back to France, and he died in prison.
He died in prison, and to this day, Haiti is paying the French. Am I right?
Sir. To this day,
2023, Haiti is still paying the French for that revolution, and now their country is barely not even a country at all. Not even a country at all. What happened to Nat Turner? Who wants to tell me what? Like, I'll tell you why the dragon gives power to the beast. Asher, do you know what happened? You know who Nat Turner is?
Sir.
Who is Nat Turner?
Nat Turner was a black slave that rebelled, that read the Bible and saw that it was him and his people that fit the curses and prophecies of the Bible and revolted.
Nat Turner wasn't afraid. Can you pull that book up that I gave you for class?
Sir.
And read the title of the book? The Bible says the dragon gave power to the beast. The beast is his governing ability, his ability to be the ruler and to be a cruel ruler that devours the children of God. The dragon is what gives that beast power. That beast would have no power if not for that dragon. Can you put it up on the screen?
It was this one, the delectable Negro.
Yeah, put that, and then give me. I sent you another thing that tells you what happened in Nat Turner. First, give me put the book big and nice and big up on the screen, if you please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does anyone know what the word delectable means? Some
I
of you
believe it's
smart brothers out there. Huh?
like along the line is delicious.
Along the line, that's exactly what it means. The Delicious Negro. Read the title.
Yes, sir. The delectable Negro, human consumption and homoeroticism within U.S. slave culture.
Let me tell you something that they don't tell you about slave revolts and about when men who were not used to being slaves, men who didn't want to accept subjugation under the oppressor, and they at different times would stand up, similar to what you're seeing happening in Palestine. Except for us, it didn't happen in 1948 because we've been slaves since the 1600s. That's how long we've been slaves here. The Palestinians began to be oppressed in the 50s and 60s, 1960s. We've been slaves since the 1600s. And scientists have written books about how delicious we were because our slave revolters were eaten. They were eaten. Do you understand me? The dragon gives power to the beast. They were eaten. Nat Turner was eaten, and he is not the only one. And other ones of them were forced to eat their own penis, and they had to say it was delicious while they were eating it. This is why we don't revolt. This is why we go to church and dance. This is why we vote. You wonder why black people are so into voting. I'll tell you why. Because the alternative is being eaten. Is getting eaten. Read the thing. Read about Nat Turner.
Sir. It says here, most people do not readily associate Nat Turner, the heroic figure and slave insurrectionist, with the themes of auto-cannibalism, self-consumption, while male consumptive desires, or homoerotism.
So we don't associate Nat Turner with the fact that he was made to eat his own penis, and that white males also ate him, and they also were able to live out their homoeroticism through watching him suck a severed penis that they put in his mouth. This is history. Your grandparents went through this. This is what your heroes went through. Your men who were willing to revolt. Your men who were willing to risk their lives. Your men who stood up against oppression for 200 years. They were slaughtered and devoured literally by white men. And history doesn't even talk about it. History doesn't even mention it. Continue.
Salaki General.
Now you thought.
Now I see why they don't want us to know this history.
No. Because they want you to think that they're smarter than you. You know, and that's why your people don't try to stand up. Your people, brother, have been taught a lesson. They've learned. And they learned it for 200 years. The Palestinians have been oppressed since the 1960s. Since the 60s. You were getting your penis cut off and eating it, and a white man eating you for 200 years. Yeah, we would rather dance. You understand? We would rather go to church, y'all. We'd rather sing R&B music. Continue.
Sir. This is on page 5, I believe. Chapter 5. It says, these themes, however, strongly informed how Southampton, Virginia, whites punished Turner and treated his corpse after his public lynching.
Meaning, this is something that was commonly done when black men would try to revolt, when black men would stand up. You think about the stories in a book called Tell All the Children Our Story, when this little black girl was caught reading the Bible and her eyes were burned out. And you wonder why we don't read. That's why we don't read, because we want to keep our eyes. That's why we live the way we are, because we're afraid. We're scared. This was commonly done, and so when Nat Turner had his rebellion, they did what they always do. Continue.
Concert. It says, in the 19th century, the white press throughout the country reported that Turner had sold his body for dissection.
You see that? Because let me tell you, in the South, in the South, in the 30s and 20s, you could walk by a store and see a jar with a penis in it. There are different men. I forget this poet's name. It was a poet. He talked about how when he was a child coming from New York and Chicago, he went to go see his grandparents in the South. And he walked by a general store and see a jar with a penis in it. And it was sitting right in the window. And he began to ask, what is this? And it was the penis of some black man who dared to rise up in heroism, who dared to rise up in manhood against oppression. And their penises would just sit in store shops because you could buy them like souvenirs. And this would always happen. And so the story in the North was that Nat Turner sold his body to science. That was the lie. When really, of course, a slave doesn't own his body, so a slave can't sell anything because a slave doesn't own himself. Someone else owns him. So that was the lie that people would say on the reason that he was dissected. They said he sold his body, but then later on they realized that that was a lie. I'm going to skip you down past that. Go down.
Please repeat that again.
Say again?
Can you please repeat that? How far down?
Yeah, skip down a little bit. I just explained it to you so you don't have to read it. Skip down more. Skip down, keep going.
That's it, sir.
Okay, then go back up. Okay, right here. Stop. Slow down. Okay, more than anything.
More than anything, this ginger cake story reflected the psychology of whites who needed to convince themselves that black men, such as Turner, somehow consented to and were complicit in their social consumption.
In their what?
Social consumption.
In their what?
Social consumption.
Yeah, they had to think that they weren't beasts. They weren't animals. So if people are eating him, it must be because he sold his body. Because they didn't want to believe the truth about themselves, which is why what Commanding General Yohana does is so important. You know what we do in the UPK that must happen? We make white people ashamed of themselves.
Right.
And that's what has to happen. They've got to be ashamed, because if they're not ashamed, they're going to do it again. They're going to do it again. So they have to be made to be ashamed of their history, ashamed of how they derived their wealth, ashamed of what they've done, or else they'll do it again. Continue.
Yes, sir. It says, this linking of consent to black self-consumption was a common idea that found its way into lynching ritual practices in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. In 1934, whites made Claude Neal, whom
you never heard his name before. Claude Neal. Remember that brother, man. Remember that brother. Claude Neal. Keep going.
Whites made Claude Neal, whom they lynched in Jackson Country, Florida.
Jackson Country, Florida. That's where Claude Neal died. Keep going.
Made him eat his cut off penis and testicles.
That happened. And it didn't happen in the 1960s. It didn't happen in a country that you rule, where they speak your language. This happened, and it didn't happen in slavery. This is 1934. And this man was lynched, and they cut his penis off and his testicles. Keep going.
Slug it, sir. After, it says here, James McGovern relates the details of the Neal lynching in Anatomy of a Lynching. After taking the Negro to the woods about 4 miles from Greenwood, they cut off his penis. He was made to eat it. Then they cut off his testicles and made him eat them and say he liked it.
Bring me back up on the screen now.
Yes, sir.
Do you know, Asher, do you know the difference between the blacks and Latinos and the Palestinians? The Palestinians have never suffered like us. Never. They have never been in the condition that we've been in. They have never been treated so cruel. They have never been slaves. They never cut sugar cane. They never dug in gold mines like the Puerto Ricans and the Mexicans. They never dug in silver mines. They have never been in slavery, ever. And that's the difference between us and them. They're free men. We are men praying for freedom, working towards freedom, and working towards the day of vengeance that only the Most High God can give. The Most High God said, I will repay. Vengeance is mine. Your grandmother prayed for that. Your grandfather prayed for that. And one day they're going to get it. By and by. By and by. Next.
Khan, so the next question I have for you, this is from Officer Kasar Pakad. It says, Shalom, General. If I may get a breakdown of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, verses 9 through 11, and how does this relate to World War III?
Go ahead.
2nd Esdras 13, verses 9 through 11.
You can just put hot water in it, probably. You can just put hot water in it, please.
Also,
All right, I'm ready.
It's 8:42, okay, sir?
Okay, right, solid. All right, 8:42. Let's go ahead with. Let me go to Captain Nayafat real fast. All right, clap it up. Let me get to Captain Nayafat real fast. Captain Nayafat came on tonight. He came on tonight to go into the Palestinian situation. For those of you that don't know, I think I basically described the Palestine in the country. It at one time was ruled by the Ottoman Turk Empire. I ran the whole history down earlier in the class. Just refer back to that. Captain Nayafat will go into the Israelis' treatment of the Palestinians and some of their alternative agendas and how they treat them. Captain Nayafat.
Cancer. So what you was bringing on, was, extremely heavy, sir. As brothers and sisters, they need to understand that, that what we went through, as you were saying, totally different to these Palestinians, right? But this book here, which is the Lucifer Principle, a scientific expedition into the forces of history, which was written by Howard Bloom, which is a so-called Jewish man also too, right? Now, this is just an excerpt from the book right here. Can't tell you what page it is on, but it says this: as Margaret Mead said, killing real people is forbidden, but folks beyond the boundaries of our own superorganism aren't really people, are they?
Go ahead, break it down, Nayafat.
Right. So now it's like what the so-called Israeli are doing. They're using words such as barbaric. They're using words such as terrorism. They're likening what's the name? Hamas as ISIS, the new ISIS, which means they basically creating a reason for them to kill and murder these people, and nobody cares, and nobody, nobody thinks about it. It's almost like what they did to us, like try to give us, negative connotations, and then, deal with us in that way, like, put us in jail cells.
What you're saying is so true. It's a classic land grab. They want that land. There's a strip of land over there on the coast, and they want it. I've never seen it. Maybe it's beautiful. Maybe it's prime vacation territory. Maybe it's where you can go on the beach and lay down and see the palm trees in the sun. And maybe they just wanted to get those people out of that land so they can turn Palestine into, Montego Bay, Jamaica. Yeah. Maybe that's what they want. So what you're seeing happen over there is a classic land grab. They treat the people like garbage to push those free men into revolution. You see, free men will always fight back. That's how it works. A free man will always fight back. They're a free people. They got their own country, their own land, their own military, their own government. Hamas were voted into power. Hamas didn't just, walk up there with guns and take over the country. They voted Hamas into power. They wanted Hamas to rule their country. They voted them in. They're elected leaders over there. That's a free country, man. They're compassed and surrounded by Israel, but they make their own political decisions. They make their own decisions as a people. And so a people like that will always fight back if they feel oppressed. The Israelis want them to fight back so that they can have a reason to take their country from them and turn it into a vacation spot on the coast of Israel.
That's right. Cancer. I know this is a heading here. The value of having an enemy.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Break it down.
So true to the principle enunciated by Margaret Mead, every culture handcuffs hostility within the group. But in exchange for this imprisonment of anger, the culture offers a set of outsiders that is acceptable to loaf and sometimes kill. These are the folks we call enemies.
That's it. Meaning this is the psychology on why governments need to stop fighting from within and to create an enemy from the outside to fight. So that now you can fight them, take your anger out on them, and steal their land. Take their resources. Keep going.
They say the charismatic leaders' innovation of the enemy's image is frequently what draws the social organism together.
So they found a leader, he's charismatic, and that leader turns them against this poor, oppressed people that they're going to call terrorists and call lunatics, when really they're starving teenagers who are being impressed by a superior country. Continue.
I know. I just went back to another chapter where it says us versus them. Right. So this is what it says: leaders fashioning new social organisms seen instinctively to recognize the fact that they will have to find ways to differentiate their followers from everyone else. All right.
Go ahead. Break that down, Naitha.
So it's almost like you have leaders, right? Like you have across there in Israel and in Palestine. No, they are fashioning their people in a way to make them distinct from others, right? And now the so-called oppressor who wrote the book, because he is so-called Jewish, this is what he's saying to try to link it. So he says Moses coined a slogan: "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one." He enjoined his followers to inscribe the sentence on their doorposts, where they would see it every time they went out and came back in. To tie scraps of parchment marked with the phrase to their arms every morning and every night, to make sure the Jews would be marked as separate from the members of any other group. He even gave them a distinctive diet.
Break it down.
So he basically trying to say, just like Moses back in that time, how he made the so-called Israelites in Egypt like separate from the Egyptians, right? You have leaders that will give certain characteristics to their people to separate them from other people.
I see this Jewish man that wrote this book. He understands the benefit of attaching yourself to the commandments of God because it made us a nation. I mean, that's what happened. We at one time, we were Egyptian citizens, living in the land of Egypt. But the Most High God carved us out of the Egyptians, gave us a dietary law that separated us from them, gave us rules and a culture that separated us from them, gave us a language that separated us from them. And then finally, at our peak, the Most High decided to give us a land of our own that was separate from the land of Egypt. And we became the children of Israel, the chosen people of God. And make no mistake, that land of Palestine does not belong to the Israelis, it does not belong to the Palestinians. It doesn't belong to either one of them. The Israelis are refugees from Russia, refugees from Germany. Give me where Helen Mirren said it. Helen Mirren said it, a White House correspondent. And she got fired. She got fired. She was a White House correspondent for about 50 years. A White House news correspondent under about 5 presidents. In her old age, she decided to tell the truth about the Israelis, brother. And she got fired the next day. Give me that video. Her name is Helen something. Find her and put her up on the screen. So yeah, and because of that, the Israelis now have been using our book and our reputation to claim that land. When blacks and Latinos, the land of Israel belongs to you. The land of Palestine belongs to you. That's just one portion of the nation of Israel. Saudi Arabia is your land.
That's right.
Iraq is your land. The United Arab Emirates is your land. All of the Middle East are inside the borders of the nation of Israel. That's your homeland. And you're seeing nations fight over land that they took from your people. And that's why the Most High is giving them no peace. Giving them no peace over there. And in the end, every nation upon nations is coming into the valley of decision to fight. And in the end, we will take back our home. This is what's her name, warrior? You'll play it.
Helen Thomas, I don't want.
Helen Thomas, go ahead and rock it out.
Any comments on Israel? We're asking everybody today. Any comments
Tell them
on
to
Israel?
get the hell out of Palestine.
Ooh. Any better comments?
Remember, these people are occupied, and it's their land. It's not German. It's not Poland.
So where should they go? What should they do?
They go home.
Where's the home?
Poland.
So the Jews,
Germany.
You're saying Jews go back to Poland and Germany.
And America and everywhere else.
That's where they came from. That's where they came from. They were refugees, man. The same way you see the Mexicans and the South Americans flooding over the border to come to America because their homeland is war-torn. The tribe of Amalek, they were running out of Poland, running out of Russia, running out of America because they were being unalived and they were being hated. And they ran as refugees into Israel. Why? Thinking that they could claim biblical inheritance to take that land. Thinking that they could say, we're the Jews of the Bible, so this land belongs to us. And now, because people who don't even say they believe in the Bible think that this man has a claim to this land because of the Bible, when they don't even believe in the Bible. But they use the Bible to say that they have a claim to this land. And they went over there, and the British and the Americans supplied them and authorized them to take the land that previously was held by the remnant of the Ottoman Turk Empire, which were Arabs that were living there since 600 AD.
And Salaki General, what you're saying is so heavy too, because he went, Netanyahu went recently in, I think is the UN with the map of Israel, making claim to the land that the so-called Palestinian is on, because Israel constantly trying to stop the Palestinians from becoming a state, from having, from becoming their own country. You know what I mean? Constantly trying to do it because, as I say, they're claiming our right, our history, everything pertaining to us, they're claiming.
And it's so hypocritical, Locke, because America does not believe in joining church and state. America has to have the separation between religion and government. So how can a people claim the land of Israel and claim Palestine based on verses in the Bible? That's religion. That's a religious book. You can't say, well, we have a right to that land. Why? Because of Deuteronomy 62, because of Jeremiah 5. You're not supposed to believe in the Bible, right? I thought you don't believe in the Bible. I thought you're secular. I thought that there's a separation against church and state. You see, they don't believe in the Bible until they can use the Bible to steal somebody's land to claim that they're the people of the Bible. Listen, man, the Israelis nor the Palestinians have any claim to that land. That land, because that land belongs to the Jamaicans. belongs to the Trinidadians, belongs to the Mexicans, the Guatemalans, the Haitians, the tribe of Judah, the Negro. That's the land of the cast-offs of the nation of Israel, the scattered of the land of Israel, not people that flew there on a plane in the 50s from Germany and from Poland.
Okay.
Is there something else you wanted to say?
Now, I just have a question to ask you. It's in Numbers 24 and 20, right?
Okay.
And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nation, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
You understand that, don't you?
I just want to break down when they say he was the first nation. Is that the first nation to come against us?
I'm sorry, you read it one more time. I might have missed that part.
And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
No, the first of the nations means he's the head nation of the people of Esau.
Oh, okay.
He's the chief. He's number one. Every nation has, there are 12 tribes of Edomites. They're different tribes. The first tribe, the head tribe, the number one tribe is Amalek. He's in charge. And that's why he's the people of all of the oppressors. He's the one that you cannot come against him.
Yeah.
You can't even talk about him. I'm surprised this show hasn't been cut off already. Because you cannot say a word about him at all, because he's the first. He's in charge of the entire race of oppressors. You understand?
Yeah, come on. That was it to water.
Clap it up. Just stand by, right? How much more time do we have?
Right now, sir, we got about like 20 minutes.
If I may, sir.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Warrior.
God, if I may, there's a video. It's a short video. It's less than 2 minutes. So I think it's imperative to what you are talking about.
Let's get it on.
On May, a few days ago, Mayor Adams he had a vigil for the so-called victims of this attack. And IT Milner, who is the spokesperson and consul for media affairs and consulate general of Israel, this is what he had to say. Officer Shagapani is going to play the video right now, sir.
Ooh, I think I get. Oh, go ahead.
Those terrorists, they don't know what gate of hell they just opened. Yeah, we're gonna go there and we're gonna smoke them out of their cave, and we're gonna take them one after one after one after one. There will be no Hamas after this.
What did he say? There will be no what?
Thank you, Mayor Adams. Thank you, official elected. Thank you, New York. Thank you for strengthening us in one of the darkest days that we have as a nation state. What happened on Saturday is not an assault. It's not an attack. It's a massacre. For lack of a better word, it's a pogrom. Our people were murdered, they were tortured, they were kidnapped, they were humiliated. We know those feelings. We know this feeling. It may be the darkest day of our as a nation state, but we are older than just a state. We are a nation of thousands of years that every generation they try to kill us, but we always came out stronger. And unlike our ancestors, this time around, we also have a state. And we also have an army. And those terrorists, they don't know what gate of hell they just opened. We're gonna go there.
Salaki General.
Go ahead, nice man.
You hear he just gave it away that they ain't the Israelites.
Break it down.
He just said that unlike his ancestors who did not have a state, they have a state now.
Yeah.
Which means
go ahead.
Means they're not the Israelites.
That's what that means. You see, if you have a state, then you're not the Israelites, because the Israelites have discontinued from their heritage. The Israelites are scattered. The Israelites don't have a state. The Israelites don't have a country of their own. And he's saying 1,000 years ago because he's now attaching himself to biblical history, saying that he's the people of Moses thousands of years ago. But he has a state, which means he can't be an Israelite, which means he is just a German or Russian or American who got on a plane, went to a country and said, this is Israel and I'm Moses. Let me show you another one. Give me Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz called for genocide of the Palestinians. Look it up. Look up. Type this in your phones. Ted Cruz asked for genocide. They said, Ted Cruz, well, what about the Palestinian babies? Are you going to not kill them? He said, no, we should wipe out each and every last one of them. I said, well, damn, Ted Cruz, that's hardcore. Why? Because that is the head tribe of the nation of Esau, Amalek. That's the head tribe. And them you can't even talk about, let alone take some military action against. Everybody understands.
Khan, sir. And that's basically what he said at the end, sir. He said there will be no Hamas after this.
Yeah, well, Hamas is the government. Hamas is like saying there'll be no Democrats or there'll be no Republicans. So that's bad. But Ted Cruz took it a step further. If you can find that.
I answer like you, why the brother looking for it, sir. And what they're not even talking about is the fact that two things. The a couple months ago, the Israelis did the same thing to the Palestinians. They burned their houses down, they killed the kids, kill family members.
I'm sorry, not Ted Cruz. No, I'm sorry. But 1 second now, you thought Marco Rubio. That's the one, not Ted Cruz. Marco Rubio throughout it. Go ahead now, you thought.
And what they're not saying is they did exactly the same thing Hamas did 2 days ago. They did it 2 months ago, where they burned their the Palestinian houses down, kill their family, kill their kids. They say over 200, close to 250 Palestinians were killed about 2 or 3 months ago by Israeli settlers. Right?
Now you thought. Listen, I don't know if you know, but them Palestinians ain't mad for nothing.
Yes,
they mad about something. Okay, you think they know that their whole country is going to be destroyed. Listen, they said they attacked them. The news said the Palestinians attacked Israel by land, air, and sea. You know what the air attack was? An Arab with a hang glider. That's what the air attack was. A nigga hang gliding, dropping something from a hang glider. The Palestinians know that all of them are about to be unalive, the whole country. So why would a person attack the Israelis knowing that the Israelis' Air Force is nuclear weapons and the Palestinians' Air Force is a nigga with a kite and a hang glider? Why would they do this? Because the Israelis are leaving them no choice. Because the Israelis are unaliving them so that they don't even care what happens to their life. They got nothing to lose. Yeah, so they're mad about something over there. Yeah, no, you thought. Anybody have the thing I asked for?
Last, I'm still looking for it.
Hold on. It's Marco Rubio, and he was asked about genocide. He called for genocide.
I'll send it to him right now, sir.
No, this one is about China. You sending me.
Send it to crossthelineradio@gmail.com.
Okay, yeah, send it to Asher at Gmail. Hold on. This might be the one right here.
Joining us now is the
Let me listen to
of
it.
the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Republican Marco Rubio. Senator, thank you so much for your time tonight. We've seen the harrowing images. We've heard the heartbreaking stories from parents whose children are being held hostage.
This might be it. I'm going to send it to Asher. Damn, I'm sending it to your text message by mistake, Asher. Okay. All right, there you go. Any other questions while we rocking with that?
Another one comes, sir. We had a question in 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 9. That's correct, Oshaw?
No, I don't know. What did you say? I'm looking at
The last question you had asked.
Second Esdras 13 and 9 to 11.
The second question was Second Esdras 13 verses 9 through 11.
Come. The book of Second Esdras, chapter 13, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword, nor any instruments of war.
Keep going.
Verse 10. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks of tempest.
This is absolutely speaking about World War III and the weapon that we wield in the Israelite school of UPK. You see, the Israelite school of UPK, we don't commit acts of terrorism. Right. We don't commit acts of violence. The only time we would ever harm anyone is in self-defense of ourselves or the people that we love. We don't commit crime. But the weapon that we wield better than anyone else is the word of God. That is our weapon. Our weapon comes out of our mouth. Our weapons are the words that we say, because those words are the words of God.
That's right.
And our weapons are terrible. Our weapons are very, very terrible. I pray you understand.
One last verse, sir.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight.
So now this great army is ready to destroy us, but there's fire and a storm, and what's the other thing? A fire and a storm, and what else?
Flaming breath and tempest.
And the tempest. All of that gets combined up like a whirlwind, and it destroys the people who came up against us with weapons, who came against us with guns, who came against us with tanks and weapons of war. In the end, brother, righteousness is going to win this war. You know what's going to happen in the end, Night of Thought? Something that the Christians talk about, but they don't have the discipline to make it happen. In the end, love is going to conquer hate.
That's right.
That's what's going to happen. That's going to happen, brother. We're not going to harm or hurt anyone. But in the end, because we love one another, we are going to conquer the people that hate us. Love is going to conquer hate in the end. I pray you understand.
That's right, sir.
Anything else?
So, like I said, this video I have is like 11 minutes long, sir.
Oh, shit. All right, you're going to have to find the end of it, or I'll break it down, another day. All right, you can check it out for yourself or watch it. It's somewhere towards the end when she asked Marco Rubio about the children in Palestine. Any more questions? How much more time do I have?
We have about 10 more minutes, sir.
We might be one more question, and then I will make the announcement of the city that Commanding General Yohana has chosen to host the 55th Passover. Clap it up. And it's a lot of hard work, brother. It's a lot of hard work. This city is about to go through hell. It's work to host this Passover. It's so much expense and time and effort, and it's going to require every brother and sister to help. And you're right, I said sisters. In the UPK, listen, I don't know what those purple bitches is doing, but in here, you're going to work. Everybody understands that, don't you?
Concert.
Them purple bitches sitting around ruling over their husband, making sure he don't go out and kill a girl. But in here, women in the UPK got to get put to work. And for the Passover, you're going to be required to work. Every sister in this host city is going to have to kick in and put her brick in alongside her husband, alongside her brother. Let the purple bitches sit and go through their husband's phone every damn night, making sure he doesn't go kill some girl or making sure he doesn't go cheat on her. Women in the UPK, you better come in this school, brother, and put your brick in alongside your man, alongside your brother. And we're going to need everyone's help to achieve this goal. Don't you see we're celebrating the Passover in a land that hates us? We're not doing this in a land of our own. We're not Palestinians where we have our own land and can elect our own government. We're slaves here. We're doing this against our adversary in his land, against our oppressor in his land. And it's going to require great sacrifice, great discipline from every man and woman. Do you understand?
Come on.
All right, last question.
So I have the article. I read a little bit of it. If you want me to read it to you.
Go ahead.
This is from The Hill. It says, Rubio, Israel should completely eradicate Hamas in Gaza. So he's quoted to say, Israel has no choice but to seek the complete eradication of Hamas in Gaza. There simply is no diplomatic solution or measured response available.
Do you have the question that he was asked before that? That's the key.
So this is so poetic too, because he basically calling his what the law going to do to him. They're going to eradicate, you know what I mean, like their people. You know what I mean? Like,
once again, I don't hear anybody saying forgive them. I've been waiting for that now, you thought. Where's Al Sharpton at with all of this? Al, where's Al at? Where's Al? Where's Obama? Is Obama saying forgive them? I want y'all to go to your mama's pastor. Raise your hand if you got family members that go to church and think that you're in a hate group. Raise your hand. Okay. I want you to go to your family members who say that, you know, y'all wrong. Y'all hate white people. Y'all evil. I want you to go to them and ask them, should Israel forgive Hamas? Should they forgive them? And I want you to come back here next Thursday and give me their answer. Does everyone understand their homework?
Yes, sir.
So ask them, should they forgive them? Should they say we're not going to invade Palestine? We're not going to put them in jail. We're not going to imprison them. We're not going to bomb them. We should cover them with the blood of Jesus and forgive them. You go ask your family members if Hamas will get some of their Christian forgiveness. And then we'll see whether or not they're Christians or just well-trained slaves. Anything else?
A brother in the room has a comment, sir.
Go ahead,
we still have a bunch of questions.
Go ahead.
If I may, in the last Republican presidential debate, the only black candidate, Tim Scott, was giving his background, basically saying he grew up in the inner city or the project. And he was talking about how slavery is done with and over. And I couldn't help but, you know, think to myself how wrong he was. And it's to the point I'm looking at this country as just the latest plantation for our people. And how, you know, work, employment is just, I see why they call it slave or wage slave.
What you're saying is so true. And, you know, and because of that, brother, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to wait for Obama or Al Sharpton. I'm going to talk directly to the Israelis right now. Someone give me Matthew 5:39. Israelis, my Jewish brothers and sisters out there listening, my Jewish friends, all of my Jewish friends listening, I want you to listen very carefully, all right? I know that Hamas has invaded Israel. I know they've killed, Hamas has unalived about 200 Israeli citizens. And I know they've hurt you and they've taken captives and they've kidnapped your women and they've kidnapped your children. But I want to remind you of this precept, Israelis. Read it.
5:39.
Matthew 5. This Matthew 5:39 is for my Israeli friends. All of my Israeli friends listening, my Jewish friends listening out there. This is what the Bible says. Read it.
But I say unto you that you resist not evil.
You're not resisting evil by invading Hamas and unaliving them. Two wrongs don't make a right, Israelis. Two wrongs don't make a right. Keep going.
But whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also.
Israelis, turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek. Forgive them. Do not invade Hamas. Do not invade Palestine. I know they've unalived your children. I know they've kidnapped your wives. Do not hit them. Turn the other cheek. The Bible says turn the other cheek. You know what you should do? You know what you Israelis should do? You should go to church and you should dance. That's right. You should dance. Dance with all your heart and all your soul. Jesus will see your dancing. Jesus, heaven lasts forever. Don't worry about Palestine. Don't worry about a country and your people being unalive. Turn the other cheek, Israelis. Turn the other cheek. Everybody understands.
If I may, sir.
Please.
And the hate speech as well, sir. They should definitely stop the hate speech.
I'm about sick of that hate speech I'm hearing up.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm about sick of all this hate speech. I'm about to report you. I'm fitting to report you.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to flag some of these videos.
That's right.
That's what I'm about to do. Because I'm hearing a lot of hate speech about human beings.
Mm-hmm.
All people are created equal.
That's right.
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
The Palestinians are equal to the Israelis. We all bleed red blood. Now you thought.
That's right.
The Israelis have the same color blood as Hamas. The same color blood. And we all worship the same God.
Right.
You better turn the other cheek. And you better stop with all this hate speech. It's hateful, it's wrong, and it's not conducive to us living together on this planet.
That's
Hallelujah.
right.
Hallelujah. Anything else?
Go ahead. Salaki, if I may, sir. I just want to do a small promo for the Roundtable of Truth tomorrow. We got a special episode for Captain the 13,000 Mawa Quad. I just want to say tune in to the Roundtable of Truth. Of course, it's every Friday on all social medias at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. The Roundtable of Truth is going to, it's hosted by Captain Mawa Quad and his mighty panel. Tomorrow there will be a special guest appearance by none other than Commanding General Yohana. They'll be going over the times leading up to the Third World War and how to prepare. It will be an excellent show as always. Just asking brothers and sisters to tune in if you could, Babu Shah.
Outstanding. Give him a hand. Asher, any other announcements?
Sir, Commanding General Yohana is supposed to be on Cross the Line tonight.
Give him a hand.
Sorry, Kevin Cousins are going to be interviewing him on World War III. October 26th to the 30th is the California West Coast Cookout. Make sure everyone contact Captain Gadahar and the brothers out there for the information, the hotel rooms, all the events. Actually, the itinerary is posted. It's on Linktree. So a lot of the brothers have it already posted on their page with all the itinerary from the cookout events to the class events. So make sure you check that out as well.
No sweat. Okay, with that, with no further ado, Commanding General Yohana has made the decision today. There were many cities in the running. As you know, every year since the COVID-19 outbreak, it's been very difficult to hold the Passover in our traditional home of the Passover, which is in New York City, which is where I grew up, always having the Passover every year in New York City. But since the COVID-19 virus and the very strict rules about having gatherings in New York, it's been very difficult. So because of that, different cities have stepped up to host the Passover. They've endured the hard labor, the hard expense, the sleepless nights, losing sleep, losing time with their family to not only do the work of the Lord, but to host a gigantic event, the biggest event of the year in the Israelite School of UPK, our benchmark event, our benchmark high holy day. This year, Commanding General Yohana has chosen for the 55th annual Passover to be hosted by the city of Durham, North Carolina. Give him a hand. Durham, you're on deck.
That's right.
Why did Commanding General Yohana review stadiums and venues all over the country? All over the country. the venues and the accommodations, the hotel, the venues, and all of these supplements that we have in Durham won this year. Durham presented the best package this year. With that, with the Passover is going to be in Durham. We're going to have many other events. You know, we're going to have the all-black party.
Yeah.
In Durham, North Carolina.
That's right.
We're going to have the slaughter of the lamb.
That's
in
right.
that same area. We're
That's
going to
right.
have many other events. And as the days coming approach, I'll make more announcements about different events that will be surrounding the Passover in Durham, North Carolina. We'll begin to put the pictures online as the days and weeks come. We'll give you the hotel information, direct you on what people could do about the hotel and about the events that we will have in Durham, North Carolina. What's the date? What's the Passover date? Anyone have it? I can't recall, but you should free up about 4 days. What you want to do is you want to prepare to spend 4 days at least in Durham, North Carolina. So now you know you go to your slavery, April 22nd, 20th? April 20th is the Passover. April 20th, is that right? Hold on. Let me check. I'm getting texts like I'm wrong. I'm sorry. No, Zakar said April 20th. He knows. Zakar, right. April 20th is the Passover. So now what do you want to do? You want to be up there. How many days, Zakar? What's the 4 days, Zakar, they should be up there? From what day to what day? Zakar will type it in real fast, all right? You should be up there 4 days. You want to prepare for at least 4 days. You can stay 7, hell, but you want to stay 4 days. You prepare for it. You stack your money. You get out there and start Ubering. Get in that effing car and Uber. Hold on. Here's the car right here telling me. The car said Thursday to Sunday. That's what you want to do. At least Thursday to Sunday. You stacking your money. You're helping your brothers. You're getting them ribs in order. A lot of you got alcoholic women. Get that drinking in order before she come to the Passover. I don't want problems with that drunk wife you got. So if she drinks too much, get that broad in order before she presents herself at the Passover. She drinks too much.
That's right.
Get her in order. Get them badass kids in order too. They getting there. We don't know where they are for 2 days. For 3 days, we looking for your damn kids because they missing. Get your kids in order. Get all of them in order for the Passover, because you will be presenting yourself to Commanding General Yohana. With that, cuídate, nos vamos. Clap it up and get me out of here.
Y'all a show.
Clap it up for the class. Man of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Man of Israel, I'm Majum, which means to stand. Salat. Alawapanya. Brat.
Yeah, Ba'ashem Yahshua Barakatha.
Yahweh Shem Yahushai Bragatham. Stand by for all the information so you can book these rooms as soon as possible. That's what Zakar just told me. We'll give you the information. You get your money right, and you get those days off from your slavery. That's what you can do right now, and get to booking your travel arrangements to Durham for those days I just gave you. Yahweh Shem Yahushai Bragatham.
Sar, face the sisters. Sisters are Majum, which means to stand. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, I'm Majum Shabbat. I'm Majum, Barak. Yahweh Shema, Latham Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yajum Atah, class dismissed.